Good morning, Marie-Claire.
Good morning.
I will ask you the question about Kuja Foundation.
Okay.
What was the problem that inspired you to start your NGO?
Okay, a few problems inspired me, but my personal experience growing up without sanitary pads actually inspired me alongside other problems I discovered. In 2013, I traveled to Zimbabwe and I discovered that many girls down there did not have pads to use when they have their periods. So they were staying out of school during their monthly periods, or they were using rags, and some girls were even prostituting because they did not have money to buy pads. So I left Zimbabwe, I went there for work, and I came back with a very heavy heart. And then in 2014, I traveled to Cameroon after being in the US for a very long time. And I decided to just ask girls around privately what they use when they have their periods. And many girls said the same thing. They did not have money to buy pads, they were using rags, they were staying away from classes, which makes them not perform well in school because they are staying away from school. So I remember that when I was growing up, I never had pads to use. I used rags throughout. The first time I used sanitary pads was when I traveled to the US for school, and so that made me to decide to start a solution to that. You can cut it.
Okay. What is your solution?
Okay, I started actually with Kuja Pads, which was a self-funded initiative that I started to bring pads from the US to donate to girls in Cameroon. And then many people started joining the program. Then I launched another project called 1 Million Pads for Progress, which was to amass 1 million pads by the year 2020 to continue to support girls. Those two projects were very nice programs because many girls benefited. However, they were not sustainable because with 1 million pads, people started donating pads from around the world. But the cost of transporting pads either from Europe to Cameroon or from America to Cameroon was very overwhelming. So all their happiness was halted because it was very difficult to spend a lot of money against transporting pads to Cameroon. So that's where I researched and discovered that there's another way that I can start a plan in Cameroon where these pads are made right inside Cameroon using local materials.
Okay. How it is creating impact?
It's really creating impact so far. Girls in our program are able to stay in school because they have affordable pads and they also have access to these pads. So it enables them to stay in school during their periods, which also improve their academic performance and their self-esteem as well. It's creating impact in the women that work in the industry because it provides a source of income to them. It's creating impact to girls in orphanages and women in prison because we have programs where we go there and support them with sanitary pads. So women's health is better now. They no longer complain about rashes that they used to have using rags or the other brands of pads.
When you say your pads are affordable, what do you mean?
Okay, when I say the pads are affordable, it means that they are sold at 50% less cheaper than mainstream pads and pads are in the market. And these are bio pads. Everything that is bio or organic is expensive, but because we have as many women to use these pads, we make them very cheap. For instance, this packet contains 16 pads inside, long maxi pads, very soft luxurious pads. And we are selling this at 2,000 francs in Cameroon. And this packet can last a woman for like 3 months. So it's very affordable when you compare to other prices in the market. And we call this one a family pack. A mother can buy who have daughters in their house, or a student can buy and just forget about parts for 2 or 3 months. Then we have this one. This one is the medium pack. This one contains 8 parts, and this one is sold at 1,000 francs. It's not given. It's really cheap for a biodegradable product. Then we have this packet. This pack is called a student pack. A student can easily just pick this and put in their backpack and they are gone. And this goes for 500 francs. And then we also have we have started putting our parts in biodegradable plastic bags as well, and these ones go for 500 too. So you can see that the parts are really in such a way that anyone can be able to afford. If you have 500, you buy for 500. If you want to buy for 1,000, we have it. If you want to buy the big pack for 2,000, we also have it. So that's what I mean by affordability.
How do you make the part accessible?
We make the parts accessible through our sales force, who are mostly women in different communities. They sell these parts and earn a commission on each package sold. And then, yeah, that's how we make the parts accessible. Then we have stores in communities carrying the parts and selling them. We have pharmacies who are selling the parts as well. So that's how we make the parts affordable. Women come from many different villages to buy them and go and sell them and earn commission.
What are your goals for 2019?
Our goals for 2019 is to scale up the industry. We intend to expand our industry because where we are currently working is a very small, it doesn't really provide space for many women to work. So we plan to expand on our industry and bring in more machines, hire more women. We also plan to start another sales strategy, which is using bikes to deliver in offices, in schools, and in rural villages where cars cannot really get there. So those are some of the things that we have planned to start in January 2019.
What keep you are going despite the difficulty you're facing in starting this initiative?
Okay. What keeps me going is the impact we create in the community. I think that's really what inspired and motivated me to continue the work that I'm doing, because it's inspiring so many women. Every morning when I get up and I'm going to work, a woman stops me on the road and thanks me for creating such a breakthrough in women's health and wellness. It really makes me to continue going. And when I see also that schoolgirls are beginning to stay in school instead of being absent during that period, that's very motivating. When I see that the women that are working at our industry have become contributing members of their families because the industry is creating a source of income for them, it keeps me going. And when I say I'm creating an impact in the whole community and in the world, it keeps me going.
Any advice for people who aspire to create change in the world?
Yes, I think I would just tell people who aspire to be change makers, or they see a social problem and want to solve it, is to know that it's possible. But what you really need to do is to have the courage to start, because if you don't start, you're never going to know if it's going to be successful or not. So you start, and if you fail, you keep going until you succeed. And when you start something, don't think that it's just going to work the very first day or the very first month or year you start it. Initiatives like this takes a long time. It has taken me a long time to be here, and I'm still really trying with it. So when you start something, try to persevere, try to be patient, and try to be the best at what you're doing. Try to keep working on your dreams, try to hone your skills to be the best in whatever you're doing. Why? Because I've seen many young people, when they start initiatives, maybe the first year doesn't work, they abandon it and go to another initiative and just keep going round and round. If God has really put a dream in you to do it, you can do it. You pray so much and put in a lot of hard work, because hard work never lies. So this is just a few I have to share with people out there who aspire to create change. It's possible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.